A lot of fighters and critics are pissed at Dana White for giving Kyle from Nelk, Full Send Podcast, Full Send MMA, $250,000 for his birthday. But what they don't realize is how much money Kyle has brought to the UFC. Kyle, Nelk, Full Send has probably millions, an army of millions of UFC's number one demographic, which is these young guys who like to go out, who like to party, who like to drink, who like to have a good time. That's the UFC's number one demographic, these types of guys. And Full Send, Nelk, Kyle has brought their army of followers along into the UFC to become UFC fans. Obviously, a lot of them were probably all already UFC fans, but probably a lot of them, maybe they weren't. But now he has brought so much more money into the UFC. He has brought value to the UFC. You have to bring value to someone in order to get something in return. Like, you can't just sit around and not do anything and just expect, a company, a friend, a family member, life in general to bring you anything. You got to put in work. Even in life, if you're living in the jungle, if you're living in the woods, it's like if you just sit there and don't do anything, you're not going to get anything in return. You have to bring value. You have to put in work. And that's what Kyle has done. He has brought not revenue just for now, but future revenue, because even if these fans stop following Kyle, stop following Full Send, a lot of them are still going to be MMA fans. So he has done so much for the organization. Dana White has said it himself that Kyle has done way more than the $250,000 that Dana's giving him. Okay, obviously Kyle and the Nelk and the Full Send crew get a lot of perks. They get to go to the fights. They get to interview fighters, stuff like that. But it's a mutual beneficial relationship. It's not like, all these critics and all these fighters who are saying, oh, they're crying about it. It's like, give the UFC more value. Should the fighters get paid more money as it is? Yes, I do believe that the fighters should get paid more money for fighting. I mean, they're risking their health, possibly their lives, possibly their livelihoods. They're entertaining. I do definitely think they should get paid more money, but I do not think that they should cry at Dana White giving Kyle $250,000. That's like these freaking, welfare queens out here that are like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to bring any value to society. I don't want to do any work. I just want to sit here and do nothing and watch freaking Maury Povich or watch what have you, the Kardashians. And just, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pump out babies and the government's just going to take care of me for free. That's what all of you guys sound like. All these people that are against what Dana White has done for Kyle sound like a bunch of welfare queens who just want something for nothing. You have all these fighters out there saying, give me more money, give me more money. It's like, it's a merit-based system that we're living in. That's a good thing. The more you produce, the more you get in return. So I just don't understand why people are complaining about this. They don't see it. Like, I think that fighters should not get pissed about this situation. This should inspire them. This kind of thing should inspire fighters. Like, okay. So if I bring value like Kyle does, then I'm going to be rewarded. I mean, you even have a story of Daniel Cormier coming out and saying, after the John Jones fight, Dana White gave him $1 million because of the value that he brought with, fighting John Jones. So he got his pay for the fight, which wasn't that much. But Dana White on top of that was just like, here you go, $1 million. Because of how much value Daniel Cormier brought, how much value John Jones brought. So see this as inspiration. Like, let me bring value. Focus on the value, not on how much you're getting. And yes, it should be a freaking inspiration. Don't be a freaking welfare queen. Don't expect something for nothing. Like, how crappy would the world be if everybody just got stuff for free without putting out any effort? That would be horrible. I would not want to live in a world like that. I want to live in a world where people strive to be their best. Because when you talk about advancement, that's advancement. People are striving to be the best, being the smartest, most, more intelligent, bringing more value to the table, to the world, what have you. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that all these critics are welfare queens? I mean, I don't think that the UFC treats the fighters the best. I don't think that the UFC is the best organization. I don't think Dana White's the best person in the world. But do I think? Am I pissed that he gave Kyle $250,000? No, not at all. Not one bit. It's kind of inspiring. Like, oh, I want to be like Kyle. I want to bring value to the table. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.